Coming to you live from a junk room someplace west of Tatooine. It's not necessarily Star Wars news, with your host, the Junkman.
Welcome back, everybody, to Not Necessarily the News, where we give you the best of not just Star Wars news of the week, but pop culture news and anything else. First, breaking news. The official cast list for Episode 9 has been released. It's a good thing I took a nap, or you wouldn't have got this until next week. But it's official now. Rose is back in Star Wars. Along with Rose on this mission is veteran Star Wars actors Mark Hamill, and yes, Carrie Fisher will return for Episode 9. J.J. Abrams says they're going to use footage that was filmed for The Force Awakens and work it into Episode 9. Now, a lot of people tell me that can't work. You can't take old footage shot years ago for another film and work it into a new film. And for you that say that, I'll just say one thing. You've never seen Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid. StarWars.com also made it official that Billy D. Williams is back as Lando, something that's been rumored for the last couple of weeks. But it's official now. Billy D. Williams is back as Lando. So good luck to all you Star Wars boycotters out there. How are you gonna not see a movie with Billy D. Williams as Lando Calrissian? It was announced at Comic-Con that the canceled cartoon series The Clone Wars is coming back. This time it will be on the Disney streaming service. I will admit that I never really got into The Clone Wars after seeing the horrible movie. But I know a lot of fans that really love this series, so I'm happy that the fans are happy that The Clone Wars is coming back. But I tell you what, for me to pay another streaming service fee, it's going to take more than bringing back an old cartoon. That might do it. Padme gets a new book. That's right, Padme fans. The Queen of Naboo herself, Queen Amidala, is getting her own book entitled Queen's Shadow. Ooh, that sounds scary. The book will hit your bookshelves in February 2019. So get ready to read some adventures of Padme.
And now it's time for the Junkman to answer viewer mail.
Today's junk mail comes from Sioux City, Iowa, from Rose is Hot One. She writes, Dear Junkman, you are a huge Star Wars fan, so maybe you can answer questions that's bugged me for a long time. Why is Yoda green? Well, Rose, is a pretty simple answer to that. He wanted Luke Skywalker's little lamp flashlight thing. I wonder if anyone can get that without me having to explain it.
This has been Answers to Viewer Mail. Please send your questions to Junkman Answers, P.O. Box 2520, Maple Plain, Minnesota 55248, and please, no emails or faxes.
In other news, it's been a very slow week for Star Wars news, toy news, anything in pop culture. But it looks like this guy's gonna get to come on AMC to talk about a show that you don't even watch anymore.
It's time for News from the Fandom.
As I said, there wasn't much Star Wars news this week, and there wasn't much at all Fandom news to report this week. No social justice warrior got upset that someone said something insensitive, and no alt-right Star Wars hater got upset that a female was cast in a new Star Wars movie. So sorry, I don't have much to add to the Fandom news. Still, half of those that hate The Last Jedi hate it because Rian Johnson ruined Star Wars, and the other half still hate it because yet another white male directed a Star Wars movie. Oh shit. And that about does it for news of the week. I know what you're thinking. Junkman, if the news was so short this week, why couldn't you get this video up sooner? Well, lucky for me, I waited and the news broke about the official cast. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have hardly anything to talk about. So, some weeks we might have slow news, some days we might have a lot of news. This is probably one of the worst news videos yet, and I apologize for that, but I'm not going to sit here and make up news unlike someone. Has he ever been right about anything? But thank you for watching. We'll be back next Friday with Not Necessary Star Wars News.
And that's what happened this week in Star Wars. Join us next Friday for more news from a junk room far, far away.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.